What do you want to say to people who are following the case, heard about Sydney's story, who have wanted to help in some way and wanted to know how she's doing?
I just want to say it's a long road to recovery. It's a day-to-day process, you know. It's not easy. We're so appreciative for all the love and support from strangers, you know. You just never know. You never know where help can come from. You never know that strangers, you know, people hear all this bad stuff
Every day.
every day, but it is a good side, you know. People that they don't know her, but I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Did you know the people there that night? Did you know Takeoff was there?
Yeah, I saw everybody. I'm used to being around celebrities, so it wasn't because I used to live in Los Angeles. So I'm never. I mean, it wasn't like a big deal. It was just more so like just a regular party.
Shalom, greetings, and welcome back to another episode here, Israelite Talk TV, where you get nothing but the 100. Okay, no paid media points over here. Okay, none. Okay, none but the straight raw material every time I'm in front of this camera. Okay, now last week they tried to get one in on us, right? They tried to sneak Miss Sydney LEDAY in on us and try to grab a bag and get up out of here. But lo and behold, okay, Matlock was sitting back watching, like, okay, they so greedy, they gonna try to pull this over on us. Okay. Now, shout out to the bloggers out there that caught the play, but I noticed that a lot of bloggers just, is this the girl that was shot in the Takeoff case? And what? Man, we finna go in, man, today. We finna go all the way in, okay? Now, family. They gonna try to sympathy play on us? They trying us with the sympathy play? Man, listen, y'all get in the building, share this link with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Let them know we live. I'm getting ready to bust this stuff wide open. We back down in Houston again with it today. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to pull up out of Houston and get up out of there, and then they tried this. Now we got to go down there and we got to step on it. You know what I'm saying? Because these people are trying to get away with murder. You know what I mean? And these individuals right here, Sydney and her mama, they greedy. Okay, Junior, listen to me, Junior and Senior. Okay, because I know y'all gonna see this live, right? Don't give Sydney and her mama not another dime, okay? And because what you guys got to understand, family, is that this case with Takeoff is a very, very, very expensive case. I mean, a real expensive case. And you got to know and understand that Senior, he had to spend a lot of money on this case to get this thing swept up under the rug, okay? Allegedly, okay? And what you guys have to understand is that when you have something of this magnitude going on, people have to be paid off, okay? People have to be paid off. Okay, so know and understand that that man had to spend some money. But I'm gonna also turn you on to another play that they did with the TMZ. Oh, oh. Wait till I listen, family. Wait till I bust up the TMZ move that they did. Right? Y'all get in the building, man. Share this link. Let everybody know I'm going live. And Miss Sydney LEDAY, I gotta bust it wide open. You know what I'm saying? Because she's an industry plant. Did you hear what she said? The woman asked her, "What about Takeoff?" Oh, it was just a regular day. It's another walking, another day in the park. I'm from LA. I'm used to that. See, these particular people, like the Sydney LEDAYs, are the people that the youth, those that are being attracted to this rap industry that's coming in, that don't know about the Sydney LEDAYs and people like that. These are the ones that get trapped off by these types of individuals that are industry plants. Okay, industry plants. Okay, so we're gonna give it about 10 more minutes. I mean, not 10 more minutes. We're gonna give about a few more minutes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm ready to go all the way in. So make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel, right? Make sure all notifications is on. Let me know in the chat if I'm coming through clear. You know what I'm saying? Show the page some love. Make sure y'all turn on all notifications and make sure y'all get this out to the blogs because they trying to skip past this. But we got to talk about this, right? It's too many errors in this interview, man. And we getting ready to break down all of the fallacies. Because all this is, family, this is a cash grab. This is nothing more than a play on people emotions. But it's good that this happened. That way we can expose these industry plants like Sydney LEDAY. Okay. So man, let's just go and get into it. I'm getting ready to just go get right into it, right? So, family, let me get this off. Give me 1 second. All right, family. So look, so we getting ready to go in, right? Now, I watched the interview, right, with the lady, Sydney LEDAY and Oman. Now, let me say this before I go in. I know you're gonna have those that's gonna come through here and say, "Oh, but why you? She's a woman and she's this and that and da 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 da." You have to understand that these particular individuals represent Adam. Okay, the spirit that was in the garden in the beginning of time when the Most High told Adam not to eat for that tree, and instead of him telling Eve to sit down and stop talking to this serpent, he just sitting there, just letting her do whatever she want to do. See, this is what these simps represent. You know what I'm saying? And in order to get our communities back in order, you know what I'm saying, the men gotta be in one accord. You know what I'm saying? And we're not there. So this is something else we're gonna be talking about on this channel. But for right now, let me say this: I love my sisters, right? I love my sisters. But when stuff like this is going on, I gotta bust it wide open. You know what I'm saying? Because this is lawlessness. You have people that are civilians, supposedly, allegedly, that's trying to keep up with these so-called street rules. Like, what's going on here? Okay. Now, I watched the interview. You guys watched the interview, right? The first thing that I noticed as I listened to both of those accounts is that there was no rest in peace Takeoff. Okay, no rest in peace Takeoff. Now, let's go back and clear some things up because I remember there was chatter in the YouTube streets that, oh, well, this was Migos and them assistant that got shot. Migo Benz and his assistant got shot. The facts is coming out. That was not their assistant, okay? That was not their assistant whatsoever that got shot, okay? This woman right here is plugged in with mob ties, okay? And the reason that we know this, right, is because first off, the woman stated that she was out that night, right? She was out that night, right? And it was her birthday party weekend, right? So she was out and didn't want to go in. So when the woman asked her, right? And let me just go and play a clip of this. Let me know if y'all can hear this in the comment section as it's going, right? Come on, man. Let's get this going. If I can get my mouse to work. Oh. All right, let me turn this off. Hold on. Stop. Give me 1 second. All right, now let's get back over here. Boom. All right, let's go.
Before all that happened, or was it, in your opinion, a normal night?
Yeah, it was pretty normal in my opinion. Yeah, I didn't get scared. It wasn't any arguments or anything until the event was actually over. And yeah, that's when I knew something was wrong after the fact, because I thought these people that were arguing was just playing from, like I said, the energy that was in the room before everybody was around the table playing a game of dice. So I thought it was just like, some friendly banter.
But that.
Oh, now family, now check this out, right? If y'all go watch the interview, right? Go watch what's going on with it, Starlight. Hey man, y'all check in, man. Let me know where y'all checking in from. Now listen to this. If y'all go watch the interview that she's doing right here around the 5-20-minute part when she started talking about the dice shooting, right? Notice how they clipped that up out of there, and then she went to a whole nother topic. Go catch the play, right? And I'm getting ready to explain to you why after she get done. Listen to it.
Or that arguing was kind of your first sign that something was going on.
Yeah, because Quavo, he was upset. So I noticed that something was wrong whenever I noticed that he was really upset and he was finna leave. So the party wasn't finna keep going on. And I saw whenever everything broke out and I tried to run, but I didn't go that far. So yeah, it was really like a movie. Like
family, what family? Come on now. Now she stood up here and said that she saw everything that happened, right? Why she ain't saying nothing? Why ain't she saying nothing? She saw everything that happened, but she's not saying nothing. Why ain't she saying nothing? It's because, family, she is a Mob Tie affiliate. How do we know this? It's simple. When Patrick Clark bonded out of jail, right? Was he charged with murder for Takeoff and also attempted murder for hitting Sydney here? Was that what? So family, I'm trying to turn you on to something. If she saw everything that happened, right? Why does not Patrick Clark have an attempted murder for shooting her? You telling me they didn't get no DNA? And she got nicked, okay? Takeoff got hit in the head, okay? She got grazed. She was out of the hospital in a week. So what took her 2 months to come forth to put out the video, okay? And if she was so scared, right? Why is she coming out now? Because remember, when Patrick Clark got released from jail, right? What was his stipulations? They were saying, okay, you can't be around the princes and you can't be around Migo bands and the people this and that. Nothing about Sydney. It's because Sydney never pressed charges. She doesn't know anything, but she's going to sit here and say that she saw everything that happened. Why doesn't Patrick Clark have an attempted murder for shooting Sydney in the head? Explain that to me. Why don't Patrick Clark have an attempted murder for hitting Sydney in the head? Are they saying somebody else was shooting? That somebody else shot her? Now, family, this is what I want to show you guys, right? Okay. Make sure y'all, when y'all come in, run them likes up and share this because I'm busting it wide open. You got bloggers coming. Well, this is her testimony. This is her. Oh, no, Sydney. Listen, the woman was only in the hospital for a week. The mama went and did all this GoFundMe. You telling me, and I'm finna get to the mama, because the mama ought to be ashamed of herself that as a mother, you almost lost your daughter. And for you to get on public TV, right, and not say a RIP to Takeoff or send any condolences to his mama? What is wrong with you? Man, our people are messed up, man. It's me, 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 me. That woman asked her, well, what do you want to say to the people that, oh, well, you just never know. There's strangers out there that just, so what is this, a cash grab? Now this woman, and we're finna get to mama. We listen, I gotta do mama. I gotta get mama. You know what I'm saying? Because mama should know better. Mama sitting up here talking about she's pacing around the house and she was just waiting on the call. That sounds like either this is a setup or your daughter is dysfunctional. If every time she goes out, you're sitting back waiting on the phone to ring to see if something's going to happen. Come on, family. Talk to me. Okay? Let's talk about it. Okay? So now let's get on back over here to Sydney, right? Let's let Sydney breathe a little bit.
Shooting all the way until I got down the escalator into the car, and I'm just telling that person I'm scared, and I knew something happened to me.
Now, if you notice, she's trying her hardest not to say whether it was a he or a she, who her friend is, right? She just kept saying, oh, well, my friend, right? But she tripped her up at the end when she was like, oh, I was in the hospital. My friend was in the hospital. This is what I want you guys to understand, right? Let me just add this real quick so you can see what's going on, right? Because Sydney lets us know that she was running down that hallway, right? And she got hit running. This is why when I told y'all, matter of fact, let me just get this up here on the page real quick, right? Now, family, you see this right here, family? Look at this right here. Now, this right here is minutes before no shots have rang off yet, right? So if Sydney was running down the hallway, where was Sydney at? So you see where I got the arrow where she at, right? They was right there with Mike Prince. See, what you got to understand is you see this woman right here that's on the end of this black coat. This woman is the woman that was filming the actual footage from the other side. Remember the footage from TMZ that showed Migo Bands by the door? Somebody was recording. This is the woman right here in the black that's standing right next to Mike Prince that was doing the recording. So what they did is they was already recording and already knew what was going on. This is why that video that TMZ got, they sent that video to TMZ, but they clipped out and only showed a piece of that video to TMZ. Because that's the woman that was let me see here where that's the woman. Listen, when y'all go to TMZ, look at that video from the side where Mike Prince was at. When she said, oh no, what the hell y'all doing? Like that. Like that's her. The woman that's standing right next to Mike Prince right there that's recording. She's the one who sent the tape to TMZ. Okay? Because that's her right there. You can see when she bumped into Mike Prince. That's her on the other side. On the other side is Sydney them. This is how she got hit. So as I told y'all, remember when Quavo them, listen, family, y'all remember when Quavo them was running down the hallway, right? And I said they was trying to hit Quavo too, right? She was running that way. This is how she got nicked in the back of the head because they was trying to hit Quavo too. So they was trying to get Takeoff and Quavo. Think about this, family. Why would they listen, think about this. Quavo was arguing, right, with them. Takeoff ain't even got nothing to do with it, right? Migo Benz is standing there with the blick, right? So why wouldn't they take out Quavo or Migo Benz that was a threat and Takeoff? He didn't even have nothing to do with nothing that was going on. So why is he, as I told y'all, they was not only trying to get Takeoff, they was trying to get Quavo too. You see? And she got hit running down that escalator. So when we saw those vehicles speeding off from there, that was her speeding off out of there going to the hospital. This is why she said when we went down there, my friend. So, and then listen, family, this is how corrupt this stuff is, right? And this is why I'm going in on her. Because why is we showing sympathy to her or sending money to her when she don't care nothing about justice for Takeoff? She just told us that Her and her friend was there, right? So they saw what was going on. So why did they talk to the police and tell the police what was going on? Ain't they civilians? Why didn't they tell the police what's going on? Remember, Mr. Clean, right? Chief Finner, right? Remember he said they needed witnesses to come in. There was over 40 some people that was there, including her. And she said it right here on live TV that she saw everything that happened. She saw everything that happened and didn't tell the police none. Why? Because if she did, Patrick Clark would have attempted murder on Sydney, right? And then did you hear her mama? Her mama was like, oh, well, if the guy they got, does that sound like, listen, does this sound like a mother that's a civilian that really cares about her daughter that been shot? No. She would have been screaming justice on there. You know what I'm saying? Now, the other thing that they did, family, is that they tried to throw us off because when she first went to the hospital, right, they checked her in under an alias. Now, why did they check her in under the alias? Because they didn't want us trying to track her down. And the mama even said, I didn't even tell my family what was going on because they had already told her. They had debriefed her on what to do. Okay. Now look at this, right? This is Sydney LEDAY. This is her Instagram, right? So just really blessed to be here. Won't ever take a day for granted. Rest in peace, Takeoff. So you're telling me you're not following nobody and you have no post up? You have no post up and you're not following anybody. Family, they tried to throw us off so that they could scrub the scene and get her out the way. You see what I'm saying? Now they trying to double back because they want more money. Where is the justice for Takeoff? She not even screaming justice for herself. She's sitting on the interview talking about, oh, it was just traumatic. And I mean, don't get me wrong. We understand that it's a truth, but people want to know what happened. You saw everything that would happen and you quiet as a mouse. You ain't said nothing. You know what I'm saying? Houston police talked all of this stuff about 40 people being out there. We got the affidavits. We got this and that. Da, 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 da. So now, and I want to break this down so y'all can understand this. The cat is out the bag. The police talked to her and the police talked to Migo Benz, right? We know Migo Benz ain't said nothing and she ain't said nothing neither because the mom ain't said nothing about following. She talking about some, oh, well, if the mother said, well, if they got somebody great, fine. Family, these people are from Houston, right? Now think about this. This wasn't just no open door pop in. So when she kept saying that she was out enjoying her birthday party and she came out there at 1 o'clock in the morning, guess what? Who either her or her friend that she was with called them and they cleared her to come into that bowling alley because we know she ain't called Migos. She ain't called Quavo now. So that means she got in contact with mob ties and they let her in that event. This is why you see them over there by Mike Prince. Okay. So all of this stuff is big cap. This is nothing more than them being greedy, coming back, trying to eat again. Okay. And listen to me, senior, because I know y'all seeing this. They watching how I'm busting this thing up. Don't give her and her mama another dime. Y'all want to keep these street codes? Go sit at home and shut your mouth and keep the street codes. Okay. We don't want to hear it almost 3 months later. Listen, what has taken her? She was only in the hospital. Listen, the woman called her mama. Listen, the woman called her mama straight in the car on the way to the hospital. See, she got grazed and called her mama, and her mama instructed her on what to do because those guys told her, listen, this is what you need to do because they know that the media outlets was going to be looking for her. They already knew that. So they hid her under an alias and collected money. And then 3 months later, she surfaced up. Now she's ready to do an interview and ain't said nothing. After she just said that she saw everything that happened, she ain't told us nothing. Ain't said nothing. It's nothing more than it's a sympathy play in order for them to collect more money off this Takeoff case. This is what it is. The woman had to ask her, well, don't you want something to happen to you, to the person that shot your daughter? And family, think about this. Let me explain to you how this stuff works, right? It's simple. When these entertainers call, right, and say, I'm going to be in town, I'm coming down here, I'm coming wooty woo. The people, the men, that's the whoever in that town they're going to see, They have to have women on deck because people are gonna be looking for that. This is where the people like the Cindy LeDays come into play at, because they, like she said, oh, I done been around entertainment. It's just another day at the park. She don't care nothing about that. She's not tripping. You know what I'm saying? She don't care about something happening to see. If it was real fans there, they would have been shocked. Like, dang, that's Takeoff. That's who. They can't have you on there because you're gonna blow their cover, so they go get the Sydney LeDays of today in order to pull this stuff off. And this is why, to my young brothers, you don't got no business being in this stuff anyway, messing with these corrupt people. But you gotta watch this stuff because they out there. And y'all look at these women and y'all like, oh well, she wouldn't do that. She listen, man. When them brothers tell you that they using them women to finesse and get they doing that. You know what I'm saying? Sydney LeDay, listen, I try to track her down because she was on what is it? LA what was it, man, that she was on. But now all of that stuff is took down. You can't even find that stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Because what they did was they went back and they scrubbed they went back and scrubbed it and try to scrub the internet and get her out the way so that people couldn't track her down to get no information out of her, right? Because she links back to shout out LA, but when you go to her page on there, it's disconnected. You can't find her. You know what I'm saying? So they have gone the length in order to scrub the internet so that people would not get in contact with her because they already knew what was going on, man. Come on, man. Then they sit up here and then think about this. The mama talking about, I'm sitting by the phone. Man, listen, let me get mom pulled up.
And where were you when you got that phone call?
What the funny thing, whenever she's not home and she goes out, I'm constantly up. I'm walking around.
So family, let's just stop right there. Every time she goes out, if her mama is doing this every time she's going out, it sounds like there's a problem that's going on. It's a problem that's going on at the house. If she's always if she's got to do this every time this girl go out, then what is that telling you? The mama obviously knows that the daughter is tied in with some powerful people and at events that she don't have no business being at, and she know that something can happen to her. Okay, is that what moms is trying to tell us here? Because what family, that don't even make sense. What parent is sitting up pacing back and forth, smoking cigarette? Oh, she's out. Something might. Who does that? That doesn't even make any sense.
And that particular night, I just sat down on the side of the bed, and when the phone rang, I just knew it was something.
So when the phone rang, she knew it was something. She just knew it was something. Now listen to this.
So, we just I had to call my mom, call my sisters, tell my husband, not that she's been shot in the head, but we got to go now.
So she didn't even think about this, family. She didn't even tell the husband or the family that and I'm gonna say I don't know if this is his daughter or what, her husband, but at any rate, because where is he at? Why would he be here in this interview if this was his daughter or he was really, you know what I'm saying, into what was going on? Plus, she said she had to call him. So it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Now he could have been at work or anything, you know what I'm saying? But at any rate, he wasn't at home, you know what I'm saying? So she had to call him, and then he's not even in the interview, you know what I'm saying? So either he's not the father or he like, man, I listen, I'm not getting caught up in that. You know what I'm saying?
So it's hard.
So you went straight to the hospital. What happened when you got there?
We stood outside in the cold and rain under the carport with the police because we couldn't go in for like 7 hours.
That must have been torture.
It was. To hear her say that and then you don't know.
You don't know what, Ma?
Did they tell you, or I guess she told you, you knew that she had been shot?
Mm-hmm. But it's to know, like, is she okay? Like, and the police were trying to be as helpful as they could, but They didn't know, her situation because they were out there with me, and they had to secure the hospital so that if it was a threat to her, not knowing who the shooters were, not knowing if they were followed to the hospital.
They were worried about her safety, even in the hospital.
Yes, she was under an alias. And I suggested that they keep it that way because we didn't know anything.
So the police had secured the area, right? They act like she was the president or something. Like, come on, man. And I ain't being funny, you know what I'm saying? But what Cam saying paid it for? People get shot every day, B. What would make this different from anybody else that's getting shot down in Houston, where they had to secure this like this was like, come on, man. People get killed down there every single day. Secure the hospital for what? No, they suggested to keep her under an alias because they did not want. Because see, the thing that they already knew is that the internet, see, they kept her under wraps until now because they were saying, oh, this was Quavo or Migos them assistant and this and that. This is not their assistant. They kept her hid because they didn't want people tracking her down. This is why she said, oh, when we finally told the family that she got hit, then it was all over again. Everybody was calling this and that because they didn't know.
Looking at social media.
See, they looking at what? Social, come on, man. Family, you know they watching. They looking like, hold on, this dude is cracking this case. What's going on here? They like, man, we got to be careful because they know I'm coming with the facts. I'm not playing no games. All this, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Look at the YouTube streets. You got half of the industry that snitches. The other half talking about they keeping it real. Man, they just all need to sit down. You know what I'm saying? And do what the Most High said. Everything's established what? In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. Come on, man. Let's quit playing, man. You know what I'm saying?
With this guy, the way they were showing him.
Now she said the way they were showing him. They didn't show Migo Benz until he got bumped. So who were they showing? You know Migo. So you telling me Migo Benz that shooting defense of Quavo now is getting ready to go into the hospital and get her out the way? And they saying now I can't confirm that. I don't know if Migo Benz was the person that got shot, but we know that Migo Benz talked to the police because we saw the statement. Okay. So at any rate, we know Migo Benz ain't gave them no information on, you know what I'm saying, on who the shooter was or whatever the case may be. Because when a woman asked them in the press conference, since nobody came forward, everything when they charged DJ Pat, it was from reconstructing. They could tell from the area where he was at. This is why he went and got a private investigator to prove that, oh, well, the angle, because they don't have any witnesses saying that that DJ Pat shot. And the woman said she saw everything and ain't told the police nothing. This is nothing more than a sympathy play to get more money out the people. You know what I'm saying? Why would she? Now think about this. She called her mama going to the hospital, so she was fine. You know what I'm saying? She went out. They said she woke up the next day. They kept her there for a week. So what was the whole point of the GoFundMe? So you telling me you now think about this, family, and I'm not being funny, but we got to talk about this, right? Now the mama just sat up here on live TV and told us that every time her daughter goes out, okay, that she's pacing the house. She's worried about her, right? So if she's so worried about her daughter, why don't she got any insurance on her daughter? And you know she ain't got no life insurance on the daughter and I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, okay? But if you got to go take up a GoFundMe because she was in the hospital, okay, then obviously you don't have health insurance for it. So 9 times out of 10, you ain't got life insurance for it. And if she's that worried about her daughter, why don't she got any life insurance on her? Or why she ain't sitting her daughter down and saying, you ain't going out there, right? See, this is nothing more than a play. The mom is there to the mom was there to do most of the talking because if you notice, go back, look at the daughter, Sydney, her interview. They had to clip part of that interview out and they went into a whole nother phase because she started talking too much, right? The mama is there to control the narrative, to make sure information don't get out. She's talking about, well, if they got somebody needed. What you mean if they got somebody? Your daughter saw everything that happened. Your daughter saw everything happen. What? Listen, family. What did the police? Y'all can go pull the video up. When the police had zero in the Trader Truth account, they asked him on live TV, "Did you see who did this to you?" Yeah, and he told them. Right? Now, this woman right here sitting here saw everything that went on and ain't said nothing. They out here trying to keep street codes and street rules. And this may sound harsh, but the most I should have took her daughter that night, because I could guarantee you her attitude right now would not be the same as it is in this interview. This is disrespectful for her to get online. And don't get me wrong. Yeah, your daughter did almost die, but Takeoff passed, and you ain't saying, you talking about as a mother, you this and that. You ain't saying no condolences to this man's mother and say, oh, well, I know my daughter was this and that. She said, but she lost a daughter. My heart goes out to her. None of that. Family, come on now. Come on now. We gotta call a spade. And listen, y'all sitting this to Senior. You tell him I said, don't give him no more money. Because you got to know and understand his tab is high on this one. There's a lot of people that had to be paid on this case right here. Okay? Family, 40 witnesses. Nobody has come forward and made a statement. I think that in itself speaks a lot. Family, that right there speaks loud vocals. Listen, we got Gunner. Listen, Gunner just told to get out of jail. You got 40 witnesses that don't care about going to jail for lying, perjury. Ain't nobody said nothing. 40 witnesses on the scene. That tells you that they know that Jay Prince is running Houston with an iron fist. I don't care what nobody talking about. Okay? 40 witnesses. Even Boosie didn't do that. But listen, when Duke the Jeweler got killed, now think about this, right? Because we going there today. Remember when Duke the Jeweler got killed and Boosie came out and they was like, and you had all these Boosie meat riders out there. Oh, he's just trying to clear his name. He's trying to do this. He's trying to do that. But yeah, you had 40 people on the scene that was there. We saw them on camera. And ain't now one of them came out to clear their name. And they was there. We got them on tape. We don't even got Boosie on tape, and he's sitting on Vlad TV doing an interview talking about what happened with Duke the Jeweler in that case. And yet we got people that's right here on the scene, 40-some witnesses, and nobody has come forward and said nothing. Family, Jay Prince is running Houston with an iron fist. I don't care what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? We know that. Listen, all them Mr. Clean, Troy Fenner, and Slimy Sylvester. Listen, man, you got to know these people are in the back pocket. You know what I'm saying? Them phone calls start going out. Listen, y'all hide her identity. Why? Because they didn't want the media and nobody getting to her and bribing that woman, okay, for that interview to tell them what happened. This is why they gave her an alias in the hospital. They know them boys was coming with that bag. And listen, Sydney, you know she was going to sell out for that bag. So what they did is they quieted her down, and now they back for more money. You pop up 3 months. Listen, you pop up 3 months later with a sob story. Where was you? Listen, you was only in the hospital for a week. You was in the hospital for a week. Family, you was in the hospital for a week. You pop up after they done found the person that did the shooting, allegedly, who they said DJ Pat, and now you pop up with a story, and you're not even worried. She's not even worried about her life. You know why? Because she didn't tell them nothing. I don't know what happened. She's in Houston, and she know them boys is in Houston because they cleared her to come to the party. You think they don't have access to her and her mom and them? I just showed y'all. Listen, let me get this back up here. Listen, family, let me get this back up here for y'all. Do y'all see the play here? Look, they ain't even start shooting yet. There they go right there with Mike Prince right there. And that woman right there in that black jacket and those jeans right there is the one that's recording, because she was the one that bumped into Mike Prince and said, oh, hell no, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? This is her right here. Remember, she said, oh, me and my friend, this and that. They standing right there. And they started running when Takeoff and all of them started, when Quavo and them started running. This is how she got hit, because they was trying to hit Quavo, as I told y'all. He hit Takeoff, and then he was trying to get Quavo up the hallway. See, this is what people got to understand. This is how she got hit running. Because remember, she said we ran, and I ran all the way down the escalator and this and that. So when you saw those cars on that TMZ had, or whoever had it on the news, this was them speeding away, going to the hospital. Family, is simple. Why would this woman, think about this? Why would we go to her Instagram page, no posts, not following anybody? Because number one, you're not following anybody because she don't want anybody to track back the people that she deals with, right? So she's got 0 followers over here and she has 0 posts, right? So why would she, if she, you know what I'm saying? Why would she scrub her Instagram and then put that on there and then ain't no pictures, ain't nothing? It's because family, listen. Them boys got to her and told her what it was. She ain't getting no, listen, family, they not getting away. And I'm not letting this stuff fly. I'm not letting it slide because they bogus for this. They should have just stayed and hide. Y'all gonna keep the street codes, just keep the street codes. Now y'all back for more money. This is all this is. This is a sympathy play. Y'all go to the news, y'all can do this interview, but don't say this, don't say this, don't say this, don't say this. See? Come on, man.
And then knowing that she's
and this is the mom talking about how they was showing the guy. See, when they get greedy for the money, this is how they get caught. This is how you get caught. You should have just stayed out the way. Now you in the way, and we got to bust it wide open. The mama is telling us, oh, once they showed the guy, but listen, they showed the guy on there. The guy's out on bond, and then you still come forward and do an interview. You ain't that scared. There's no court orders from Patrick Clark to stay away from Sydney LEDAY. There's no orders. So even after that, seeing all of this stuff on social media, they still pop out. Why? Because they are mob tie affiliates. It's simple as that, family. Okay. What is there? What else is there to say? And then the mama, now listen to what she said. Listen to what the daughter said.
From falling and feeling that stinging sensation.
Let me get her back.
In your opinion, a normal night?
Yeah, it was pretty normal. And so, yeah, so we got there at like 12 a.m. and everybody was just hanging out. We had a few drinks.
At any point, do you remember being scared before all that happened, or was it, in your opinion, a normal night?
Yeah, it was pretty normal in my opinion. Yeah, I didn't get scared. It wasn't any arguments or anything until the event was actually over. And yeah, that's when I knew something was wrong after the fact, because I thought these people that were arguing, the energy that was in the place. So I thought it was just like, some friend
Sign that something was going on.
Yeah, because Quavo, he was upset. So the party wasn't gonna keep going on. And I saw whenever everything broke out.
I saw when everything broke out. Come on, family. So you saw everything that went out, right? Now we heard what she said. She saw everything. Let me get that back. Okay.
And I saw whenever everything broke out and I tried to run.
Okay, she saw when everything broke out and she tried to run, right? And gave the police no information, right? But now listen to mom here at the end, right? Listen to this.
Unity Point Health is very community.
Us as a family, but to see the support and the love from people. Sometimes I have to look and think. It's a lot that I haven't even saw from my own family. People that know her. But to see people give that don't know her.
To see people that give that don't. What about the shooters? What about the justice? She have to ask her. She has to ask her, family, listen. She has to ask her about Do you even want justice? Listen to it. She actually is. What would you like to say to people, right? She's talking about giving and donating, but what about justice? Listen to this.
That means so much. And I can't say thank you enough. Like she said, we're grateful. So grateful. And I just know God is so good because he didn't have to keep her here, but he did. So we have to live our life a different way, just being grateful.
As a mom, do you want someone to be held accountable?
Fam, they had to ask her. Why do they have to ask her, do she want justice on this case? A real mother whose daughter got shot is going to be outraged, ain't trying to hear nothing. Jay Prince and them ain't finna tell her nothing. They ain't trying to hear nothing. They ain't trying to hear nothing. What did Takeoff mind them say? Or ain't he man, listen, we need justice one way or the other. They ain't trying to hear that. This woman they had to ask her, do you want justice? Why? That should have been the first thing that came out of her mouth. Now listen to the mom response after she just told us, the daughter, that she saw everything that happened. Now listen to this.
What happened that night to your daughter?
I do. Because she didn't ask for that. You know, if you just, I know you can't, you can go to Walmart and something can happen. But if you're out, you're just having a good time, you're in an establishment, I feel like you should be safe enough to go home. You know, you shouldn't have to worry about being shot. So if they find someone, then that's great.
If they find someone, that's great. If they find someone, that's great. Your daughter is sitting right here, says she saw everything. Okay? It don't take rocket science to figure out who was over there. The daughter saw who was over there. You saw who the argument was with. You know what I'm saying? You saw who was arrested. So why is the mom saying if they find if they find someone, but your daughter saw everything that happened? Come on now.
If they have the person that they think is accountable, that's great.
If they have the people they think that's accountable, that's great. But we not offering nothing else. We don't know nothing. We just want y'all just keep donating to us and give us money, man. These people, man, this is crazy, man. Man, y'all check in, man. What's y'all thought on this, man? Make sure y'all hitting that like button, man. Let me go through some of these. Yeah, watch the whole interview. Was thinking the same thing. That's what's up, Markeisha. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Listen, Black Select, you know that she's lying because these people, listen, what did the daughter say? Oh, this is just a regular night. She was like, listen, most people would have been like, oh, you know, that's Takeoff. I'm happy. She said, oh, it's just a regular night. Listen, I'm used to this. Okay. I'm used to being in establishments where these entertainers are at. So this is why you have to understand the different dimensions of the game, because these young rappers are coming into the game, and you got people like Sydney that's on point because she's been around the big dogs. They have coached her on the things that she need to do. Okay. This woman called her mama. She's talking to her mama on the way to the hospital, like, oh, I've been shot. And her mama knew to put her under this AIDS and keep it like that so people can't. So that means that somebody in the back is coaching. Okay. So you know that the friend called, either she called or the friend called one of the Mobties affiliate and they told her to come to the party, and she came to the party. So they already got access to her. She didn't call Quavo. She didn't call Takeoff and say, hey, I'm coming to the function. She called Mobties. Okay. And this is why she ain't saying nothing. Come on, man. They know better to speak on this type of stuff. And they know that Jay Prince Senior is running Houston, man. Come on, man. Let's quit playing games, man. Okay. Yeah, she was over there saying that she used to be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Eric. So these are the ones that be on the scene, okay, for when this stuff happens, because they're already professionals. They already know what to do. They already know. They've been coached already, okay? And you're right, Starlight. People need to stop giving her money. You know, now they don't want to tell the police what happened, but then they want justice. They want justice. They want people to keep donating for them, but they don't want to help the police out on what happened. Come on, man. Yep. Yep. That's why they was outside 7 hours getting the brief in the cold rain. There was no cold rain that night. Exactly. Black Celine, you listen. You are hitting the nail right on the head. It wasn't even raining that night. You know what I'm saying? So where like what like come on, man. All these people, all they doing is lying. All they doing is lying and they running the sympathy play. See, what you guys got to understand, and this is what I be trying to teach you. When people die, right? Think about this. When people die, these people are trying. Now we're mourning. We like, dang, this happened to so and so, it's messed up. But the people that's involved, they trying to get away with murder because they the one getting you out of here. So they behind the scenes working the plays and pushing the buns. Okay, like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, they're pushing the buns because they know, you know what I'm saying, emotions gonna be running high. You know what I mean? So yeah, they should. But see, the thing that you got to understand is people like Sydney LEDAY that's hindering this case, right? Because had she came forward and told the police what happened, this guy would still be in jail. Think about this. DJ Pat would still be in jail if, think about this, if you had this witness come forward and say, you know what, this is the guy, this is what I saw happen, he did it, whoopty whoopty whoop, because she said she saw everything that happened, right? Then DJ Pat would still be locked up. He would have murder for Takeoff and attempted murder for shooting her. He don't have none of that. All he got is murder for Takeoff, and he getting ready to beat that. Come on, man. Let's stop playing games here. You got 40 people on the scene. Ain't nobody said nothing. Exactly. Now listen. Now, Danielle, you hit the nail right on the head, right? Okay. This is what I want you guys to understand. At the end, what did the mother say? The mother said, "Oh, if you're an establishment, then somebody needs to be held accountable." They don't want the shooter to be held accountable. They want that money from that bowling alley. Watch. Just keep your eyes on Sydney LEDAY and her mama, because you better know and understand that they're getting ready to go after that bowling alley. Okay, there's gonna be a civil suit behind her daughter getting shot. You better know and understand that they don't care nothing about the shooter. They listen. They're getting ready to go after that bowling alley. Listen, they are on a money hunt. They want that money. You know what I'm saying? You see, so they don't care nothing about the shooter. But hey, the establishment, this happening here. Y'all responsible for this. Hey, y'all open that checkbook. We need a payday. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And there's no tell. You got to understand, Senior, he an OG. So he done gave him something, but you got to understand, when stuff like this happen, when people get shot, it takes about a month before those doctor bills come out. And then the surgeon bill come out. Oh, there's 30,000 for that. Oh, the anesthesia and all of that. It's 30,000 for this and this and that. So the little peanuts ain't nothing. Like, well, what about what? See, so then they got to try to keep them quiet so that they don't talk. And so then they resort to things like this because they already know that people want to hear the story. But she's coming with the sob story and the sympathy play instead of telling the people what we want to hear. What happened? I bet you if this was a rape case, she would have sit on here and said, well, yeah, he did this, he did that, and wooty, 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 woo. But now the mama basically saying like, well, we don't even think this dude is it. She said, if. See, if they think, she didn't confirm and say, oh, this was the guy that was there, my daughter. She said, if this is the guy they believe they got, then cool. If they believe they got him, then cool. Wow. Mom, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. Yeah, they don't want no justice. You're right. They don't want any justice. All they want is the money. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all running them lights up, man. You know what I mean? Gotta pay them to talk and exactly what. Come on, man. They already know what's going on, man. Yeah, man. You know, we got to talk on this, man, because it's just the thing that I don't like about this case, family, is that when you have individuals that's supposed to be civilians, why aren't they helping with the case? If these people if they was really concerned about justice, the daughter would have told already. So you telling me you got this woman that's been shot, woman ain't said nothing. And you got all these industry cats running around telling and doing all of this stuff. And this woman ain't, because they are locked in with the masterminds. They have coached them on what they need to do and how they need to do it. Okay. They already know. I told y'all that video that TMZ got, it came from the woman that was standing right there to Mike Prince. The one that bumped into him and his hat popped off. That's why she said, when she said, oh, hell no, what y'all? She's the one recording. So that means she sent the recording to TMZ, but didn't send them the full recording though. Didn't send the full recording though. We'll send you a slither because they know that TMZ is going to pay for that footage. So she got a little payday because family, y'all got to understand that the tab on this Takeoff case is expensive. There's a lot of people that had to be paid starting at the top first. So when old girl sent that video in, she got a payday for TMZ. Now, how much TMZ paid them for the video, who knows? But she was the one that was recording. Okay, she was the one that's recording. Yeah, her right here. See, now look, you see how they looked over there? They looked right over there at old girl. Now the lady that's recording right here was like either a mixed or she looked like she was mixed or Spanish or something like that. But they looked right at her. So it looks like old girl was over here either showing him the footage or whatever she had recorded or whatever the case may be. But at any rate, they look right over there. So now family, let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this, right? We see Mike Prince looking over here, right? At old girl that's recording and essentially Migo Bands now, right? You see this, right? So you're telling me that Mike Prince did see him standing here with the blit, Migo Bands? Why didn't he move from off this bar right here where he's standing at and come over there and say, hey man, y'all stop that. What y'all doing, man? Y'all stop that. Why they wait till after the first shot rang out to come over there and say, old girl's like, oh, what y'all doing? Look, we got Mike Prince right here on camera looking right here at Migo Bands, looking right here at the woman that's recording. Look, they looking over here. If they was really concerned about stopping the violence and stopping all of this stuff, why didn't they get on here, right? Why didn't they get on here? Why did Mike Prince come over here and say, hey man, y'all stop what's going on? You saw a little Cam over there. We know DJ Pat was in the cut over there. You see Migo Bands over here clutching. Why didn't they come over here? Why did Mike Prince take it up on himself to get off of that wall right there where he's standing at with these same women, okay, Miss Nurse and all of these other people's over there? Why did he not get off of the wall right here to come over there and stop that stuff before it took off? We got him right here on tape. They're watching. They see Migo Bands right here with the blick. Now, these are your guests. And you see what's going on, and you did not stop to say, hey, man, y'all stop that. Why didn't they do it? Why didn't they do it is the $1 million question, family. Mike Prince sitting right there watching with the women. Her and her friend them, right? Right? Why didn't he get off there and stop him before anything? Migo Band hadn't even, no shots hadn't even gone off yet. Why did not Mike Prince see Migo Band standing there with the gun and they saw him there and saw DJ Pat and all these people over there and he didn't say nothing. He just stood there and watched. And we got him right here on camera looking. Him and old girl right here that's recording. This is the woman right here that bumped into Mike Prince right there. This is where they got the other footage showing Migo Bands where they froze the footage at right there. It came from right here. She's the one that's recording. She bumped into Mike Prince right here. And we see Mike Prince clearly looking right over her and old girl. So why did they not come over there and tell the guests and tell they people to stop it? They wasn't trying to stop it. They weren't trying to stop it, family. Okay? So, at the end of the day, You know what I'm saying? But yeah, okay. But my like you said, when somebody gets shot, they go in under alias. But the mama said to keep her under an alias. Keep her under an alias for what? She know that the people was with Montage. If they're not going to tell what's happening, then that means somebody that already done got to her that's powerful, and you know they not finna let something happen to her if she's the witness and she the one that got shot. Somebody called them. Listen, they called to get into that party. Okay. I still think the guy next to Mike was shooting through his coat. Could be. Who knows? They're the one playing with the footage. They're the ones that's sending this footage out to TMZ. When you go and you look, listen, all you got to do is pull that video up. That video where they showed Migo Benz, where they froze the picture, that's her taking that footage. That's standing right next to Mike Prince. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, they doing, yeah. Well, the thing that I'm going to say, Quavo, he should be talking. But the thing you got to understand with somebody like Quavo is that, I mean, he's in the industry. He has to travel and go to all these different places, man. He know the people that my ties are tied into. You know, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? He has to be careful. He can't just go down there and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go do this and that." Anything they do, they gotta be sneaky with it. You know what I'm saying? But he should just go down there and tell. But you know they're not gonna do that. So I mean, if they're gonna keep it in the street and get street justice, hey, I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Tanakh teaches an eye for an eye. So murder, the penalty for murder is death anyway. Okay. And in the United States, they want to make money off of this stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Around the world, I mean, in Tanakh, it tells you eye for eye. If you murder somebody, the penalty for that is death. So a lot of times you don't see me talking when you hear people getting get back and this and that. Some of that stuff I'm not speaking on because who knows what that person did. If you killed somebody, people in cold blood, and they catch you, shit, they catch you. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, this stuff is bogus, man, all day long, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know what? I'm gonna drop the link in there. If somebody wants to come on, y'all can come on in, man. I'm gonna leave this open for about another I'm gonna have a live on for about another 10-15 minutes. There go the link right there in the description box. If somebody want to come in, want to speak on the case, y'all come on in. You know what I mean? Family, what's y'all thoughts on this, man? People, this guy, listen, they had over 40 some witnesses that was on the scene and nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. I think that speaks loud vocals, man. You know what I mean? And then listen, family. And then the other thing that I want to say, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm getting ready to sign up off of here. Listen, when that woman got there, Sydney LEDAY, right? She was at the dice game too, because she was there at the dice game. So what woman, think about this, what woman that's at the dice game, see all of this stuff going on, right? But then she still went out to the hallway to follow the crowd out here to see what was going on. Instead of just being like, man, it's getting crazy. Let's go and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how when you ever, and listen, come on, we all done been to clubs and we done did this and that. When you in a club, right, and it's bad energy and people get to argue and they get into it, you already know 9 times out of 10 it's finna be something. You know what I'm saying? So you get ready to get up out the spot. Why didn't they leave? She left from the crap gang, went out there into the hallway, and they was all there, as I just showed you, lined up right here on the wall right here. They were all there. You know what I'm saying? They was all there, right? See, they was all there. So at the end of the day, family, this right here, this is Fishy is all outdoors. You got them record. You got Mike Prince and them sitting right here looking. Look at this, family. Look at that. This right here, listen, this shows you that they saw everything that was going on and they didn't even, listen, Mike Prince didn't even come in there and say, hey, listen, man, what y'all doing, man? Listen, come on, man. If we had a function, family, and you see this going on and you seeing pistols being drawn, why wouldn't he go over there and say, hey, man, what y'all doing, man? No, we ain't doing that. That shit over and done with. Put them guns away, man. We getting ready to get up out of here. They sat there watching. They sat there the whole time and watched and did not say nothing. We don't see Mike Prince getting off the wall and going over and saying nothing. We see him right there with old girl that was recording, that sent that footage to TMZ, okay? And then they was watching the other chick that was recording. This is why I'm glad we got the footage. That's why I told you, the footage that's showing up the hallway, that's the best footage because there it's showing you the last minutes before the shots actually went off. All of that stuff that they patched together and sent the TMZ and the bumping and all of that stuff, that's coming from old girl that's standing next to Mike Prince that was sitting there with the phone like, look, you see this? The other girl that was recorded showed you the real footage right there, okay? Showed you the real footage. You know what I mean? So all these people in on the play, you know what I'm saying? Sydney LEDAY and them and her mom and them, they are out for the check. You know what I'm saying? And it's simple as that. You know what I'm saying, family? So y'all get this stuff out here to the blogs. You know what I'm saying? Because we cannot let this Sydney LEDAY and her mama get away with murder like this, man. Trying to rob and get over on the people in order to get them green and blue backs. Okay. So I just gave it to y'all. This stuff they talking is big cap. It's a sympathy play. Nothing on who shot, who did what, none of that stuff. And go watch the interview. They cut the interview midway through the daughter when she was talking and I was at the crap game and this and that. What they do? They cut the footage and went into a whole nother conversation. Come on, fam. Went into a whole nother conversation. Because why? She was talking too much. Okay. So man, family, listen. That's what I'm telling you. Mike Prince was right there in the position to stop it. We got him on camera. Let's get him back up there. We got him. Listen, we got Mike Prince on camera before anything went off. And look, they just sat there and watched. They didn't say, hey, Migo Bands, y'all, hey, man, that's over and done with. Hey, look, Cam, hey, that's over with. That's done with, man. They out of here. They sat there and watched that man get killed and did not intervene. Listen, family, what type of guess is this? We down here at your function. Migo Band's trying to make sure that Takeoff get up out of there safe. And listen, they just sitting right there watching like, man. They sat there and literally watched that man lose his life and did not do nothing and did not say nothing. Okay. And this is why I don't respect this stuff, because if Mob Ties and all these people were bosses like they were saying, why didn't Mike Prince intervene and stop it? And we got him right here on tape. Looking at Migo Bands. And we even got the footage from old girl when she said, listen, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? Family, listen, man. Y'all get this out to the blogs. Listen, Quavo on Takeoff was set up by someone that they both trust. So the Prince family invited Quavo to the birthday party. However, Jay Prince's son was going to take advantage of Quavo if Takeoff wasn't there. Most definitely, family. You know what I'm saying? Because think about this. Listen, family. Family, listen. Think about this. Why? Think about this. Quavo was the one that was arguing with him, right? Migo Bands had the blick. What Takeoff get hit for? You got one person that's saying that they getting ready to do something to you. You got another one over here with the strap. Those two people should have been the first targets. Why would you hit Takeoff? Why hit Takeoff off? It's because, as I told y'all, it looked to me like it was a hit. Takeoff got hit, and then they try to get Quavo up the hallway. This is how Sydney got hit, because she was standing on the other opposite side of Mike Prince right there, as I showed y'all. She was right there. She was right there. Go look at that footage up the hallway. When Lil Cam, and matter of fact, go to the vault, go to my other video. Listen, go to the video that I did on Migo Bands Then Shoot. I got the link there to the vault on Twitter, okay? Because I couldn't find it on YouTube, but it's on Twitter at the vault. Go to the vault on Twitter and look at his page. He has the actual footage on there. That footage showing up the hallway. This is why I told y'all back when I did the Migo Bands Then Shoot video, that video is the most important video out of all the other videos, because it's showing you the last moments before Takeoff was killed. And when Takeoff got killed, Quavo and them had already walked off. So we know that oh girl, she's standing right on the other side of Mike Prince. I just showed y'all that. She was right there. Okay? She was right there. So family, that's it. That's what it is right there. So all of that stuff was staged. And this right here, Mike Prince, you got to be ashamed of yourself, man. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, because you sat right there. We got you live and direct on the TV, on the camera, looking at Migo Bands and all of this stuff happen, and you did not get off that rail and go over there and stop and intervene in that before somebody got killed, man. See? So yeah, family, man. Listen, man, I love y'all, man. I'm finna go and get up off of here, man. Thank y'all for checking in and coming to see this. But man, run those likes up, share this video, get this thing back out into the blogs, man. We ain't sweeping this thing up under the rug, man. Sydney got some answering to do. Why did you pop up almost 3 months later and you ain't talking about nothing? There ain't no charges been filed. Listen, DJ Pat don't have no attempted murder on Sydney. So if you sitting here, think about this. If you sitting up here and you got shot and you want people to show you sympathy and send you all this money, why won't you tell the people who shot you, or why you ain't even trying to get justice for yourself, but yet you're trying to get money from the people? You go do a GoFundMe. A GoFundMe for what? You ain't got insurance. And the one was only in the hospital for a week, and she woke up the next day. So they knew that it wasn't no life-threatening. Listen, remember the police came out and told us that it wasn't life-threatening, that they were going to be all right. Because remember, the police had to do the press conference. Oh, they're going to be all right. They're okay. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Talk to me. Brandy, you right. The girl is a suspect. The whole thing was a play. Y'all saw Mike Prince standing right there watching, man. He could have easily came back in. He could have easily came in and stopped everything, but he sat right there, let that man get killed, and didn't even intervene, man. Come on, man. They ought to be ashamed of themselves, man. So listen, family, I love y'all. Make sure y'all run those likes up. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And we checking out here on Israelite Talk TV. Shalom.